Hello, welcome to the What I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank. I just finished watching another anime, and after I watch an anime, or the complete series of an anime, I give a little review. So the anime I watched was called Flip Flappers. That's right, Flip Flappers. Um, okay, it's the action scenes are amazing. I love the fights. Yeah, I'm just randomly saying what I like. Okay, the fights are awesome. Um, and that's all that's awesome. Um, the story's confusing. Uh, how can I say this? Okay. Um, there's this world called Pure Illusion that you can travel to. And in this world, anything's possible. And so these two girls go there and they basically have to find gems, okay? And then uh, these gems, if you find them all, your wish will come true. Okay, these two girls work for a small little. Well, I guess they work for like these three people who are who want them to collect the gems. Then there's these other people who want the gems too, and they go to Pure Illusion, except they're like a evil organization. Okay, so and that's why the fighting starts because the people who go to Pure Illusion looking for the gems, like they fight, and it's like over the top, you know, martial arts, sci-fi, um, Sailor Moon transformation action. Okay, that part's all great, and the colors are vibrant. It's very visually stimulating. Okay, and if I say anything else about the plot, it'll ruin it because I'll give stuff away. Okay, but the basis is two organizations fighting over magical gems in this illusionary world, and the soldiers they send into the illusionary world have powers because they can transform and do like a Sailor Moon type transformation, and the fights are amazing. Okay, what throws it off is they're all in like middle school. Okay, like the soldiers, like the that's roughly like six of them, seven of them. It kind of rotates. Um, like two of them seem to be like in a lesbian relationship, kind of. It's just weird. I mean, it really throws it off. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with manga in anime. Where I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with Japanese culture. Where there's so much like there's a lot of incest, a lot of like underage like lesbian stuff. Like it seems common, like this isn't the first time I've seen an anime. I mean, and it's not a hentai. It's an anime. It's like an action. I would consider this an action comedy. Um, but for some reason, it's just and the word inappropriate is not the right word. I mean, it's art. You can draw, say whatever you want. I just don't. But the fact that it's in this, the fact that there's, I mean, because they're in middle school, so I don't know. Like they're like 14, I guess. Like the main characters on like the good guys team, Kokina and Pakana. I think that's how you say their name. Um, they like Pokina. She has the biggest crush on Kokina. God, I hate their names. Anyway, um, and like they're always going, "I love you," and it looks like they're always about to kiss. They're always like like if there's a sleeping thing, they always end up sleeping together. It's just implied that there's something going on. Okay, but I'm just saying, like, what's wrong with Japanese culture, where because it's in lots of movies, and anime. I like topics like this. I mean, I've seen clips on YouTube of like um, several like Japanese movies, because it's just clips. Or it's like it'll give a synopsis of the movie, and it'll be like whatever, like a couple of Japanese schoolgirls, and like the friendship's more than just a friendship, but they're like in like middle school, and I'm just like, well, what? But I didn't grow up in Japan, but I'm just assuming in real life it's prevalent, because why would it be in the art? Because usually art imitates life, or life imitates art. It's like the same. So I'm just saying, in the Japanese culture, this must be a thing, which is cool. Hey, whatever. But that's why in American cartoons you don't see that stuff, because as far as I know, it's not. But anyway, if you take away Coconut and Pokina, that word names I know, um, lesbian overtones, it, it's pretty good. But no, but seriously, it's really distracting, and not in a good way. I mean, I don't know why they had to have Pokina have like this like absurd, um I don't know what the word is, but just crush on Pokina, because it really distracts from the story, because like the story itself is really good, like the whole premise of like you have to go to the world of pure illusion, and like you get all these powers when you go there. You have to fight crazy creatures, and like find this jewel, because like there's just several different jewels or diamonds, whatever, that are spread across the land that they have to find. And so it's about their adventures in that land. But they come back to the real world, but the action is in the fantasy part, in the in pure illusion. So like they could have taken away the weird relationship and focus more on, well, just other normal relationships, and just more on exploring, or I don't know, adding extra fight scene, whatever. It was unnecessary. But then I guess there's a crowd. Well, once again, anime and manga is made for Japan. It's not made for us. We just happen to like it, and view it. But if they would have taken away the whatever, the 14-year-old lesbian stuff, I think it would have been a lot better. But then once again, it's not made for me, so I'm not the target audience. So the target audience wants that. So okay. So action, if you like action, kind of like Sailor Moon type esque action, um, in the fighting animations are great. Like all of the fights are spectacular, and yeah, and there's a good fight in every episode. So like every episode, you're guaranteed at least one good fight. But and sometimes the fights take a long time. So the fights are pretty awesome, action packed. So if you're into a action packed anime with comedy, and a story that is the story is very interesting, though, because like they get into the background of why all this is happening, and how it first started, and there's twists and turns, because like there's stuff that happens in the first episode that is relevant in the last episode, and there's only 13 episodes, so like everything in it is used. Like there's something wasted in this anime. Okay, yeah, because there are things that happen in the first episode. You're like, well, why is this happening? But then you find out why. Okay, and then also there's a few plot twists and surprises that you're like, whoa, I didn't see. You're like, I didn't see that coming. Well, at least I didn't see it coming, and it was very interesting. It was very interesting. Like, because like there's some characters you're like, well, why is this character acting like this? And like you have no idea why, and you're like, oh, that's why. You know. So take away the lesbian stuff. Well, I can't take away the lesbian stuff. I just have to rate the whole anime. Um, on a scale of 1 to 10, that's a tough one. I think it was a 7. I think it was a 7. You know why? Um, because like eights, because like an anime that's an 8, 9, or 10, I'm gonna uh, rewatch it. An anime, below an 8, I'm not gonna rewatch. It was really good, but it's not rewatchable just because I just think the lesbian stuff is stupid. Um, but if you're a person who likes that kind of anime, then it's gonna be a 10 actually, because it's a really good anime. It's just I'm thrown off by Pokina's obsession with Kokina, and I don't know. It's just it seems like it doesn't have a place because like their relationship isn't doesn't have to be that for everything else to still work, because like they're still like really good friends. But anyway, so I give it a 7 out of 10. So I do recommend it. I do recommend Flip Floppers, and I think you should check it out. It's action packed. Colors are amazing. You will never be visually bored with this. There's lots of jokes that are funny, like like really funny. You're gonna laugh your ass off. There's one episode is actually really scary. I was surprised. I was like, oh, this is actually scary. So yeah, and not every episode is the same because they travel to different places. So even though they're in pure fantasy, each time they visit, it's like really different. So it's a very visual stimulating. Action's great. So I recommend Flip Flappers. That's my review.